including things like, look what happens when I put magnets in water and when I beat Obama in 2016.
Joe Biden is a cognitive mess. You agree?
No, I need an ID to buy a loaf of bread, or that we're going to buy. Actually, this is all intentional.
Jessica Tarlov had a rather hilarious moment on Fox with Sean Hannity as he tried to get her to concede to a Biden mental decline before Jessica lays out Donald Trump's many mental mishaps, if you will, to which Hannity and co-host instantly panic, trying to get her to stop before she says too much, and then going on to downplay the entire situation when you know if Biden had done any of what Jessica goes on to mention, it would be played on Fox nonstop for weeks. So let's watch how it all began.
So if we're looking at a rematch and it's going to be Joe Biden versus Donald Trump.
Yep.
Okay. So Joe Biden is a cognitive mess. You agree?
No.
You don't agree with that?
No.
Not at all.
No, I certainly think that he has slowed down from 2020.
Just slowed down a little?
Yeah. You want to talk? You want to talk cognitive decline? Yeah. I brought my own montage.
Nikki Haley mixed up with Nancy Pelosi one time, and a guy that can speak for 5 hours straight without making a mistake.
Just rambling is not speaking for 5 hours straight, including things like, look what happens when I put magnets in water and when I beat Obama in 2016. No, I don't sound like fake Jack Tapper. I sound like real Jessica Tarlov.
See how quick they are to downplay Trump? Oh, it's just one time and he talks for hours. Well, so does Biden, and if he as much as stutters in that speech, that's all that gets played on Fox. He says some quirky old saying that's weird, admittedly, and that's all that gets played. But when Trump forgets who he ran against in 2016, forgets how magnet works, forgets who Nancy Pelosi is, oh, those are just tiny mistakes. Who cares?
He has not had an incident-free speech or appearance where either he mumbles and stumbles,
speech.
or somebody has to escort him stage left or stage right because he has no clue where to go.
They hide him from the press. They don't let him speak to reporters. They keep him on a very short leash for a reason. And that's going to be something that he's going to have to deal with when it comes to the nominee.
If you guys think that people are sitting at home and watching Donald Trump talk about Joe Biden's going to get us into World War II, or I need an ID to buy a loaf of bread, or that we're going to buy, actually, this is all intentional. I'm trying to throw you off the scent. The man is bragging about passing a test
let me throw this
that you need to pass when you have brain damage.
Yeah, exactly. And just as easily as Fox hyperfixates on Biden gaffes, the same can be done for Trump. I just dropped a video the other day that highlighted 7 or 8 things Trump has said that aren't at all based in reality. From Obama's about to be indicted. What? Obama's not president. To Republicans eat their young. Oh my God, sounds serious. You need an ID to buy bread. I don't think that's true. I wonder why none of these have ever made it on Fox News. The truth is, they've kept Trump away from the media successfully enough these last 4 years before he announced his campaign. I mean, a lot of people weren't even sure if he was going to run again. But now that he's back in the spotlight, back campaigning, it's very clear that he has his own very steep mental decline that makes it more and more hypocritical for right-wingers to point at Biden, especially when Biden stutters because he has a speech impediment and Donald Trump just absolutely says delusional things that don't have the smallest basis in reality. And Biden has seen a record that's more impressive than we've seen from a president in the last 50 years. The bipartisan gun bill, CHIPS and Science Act, the PACT Act, the bipartisan infrastructure bill, the American Rescue Plan, and Inflation Reduction Act, the PACT Act. The way that Fox News presents Joe Biden gaffes are also extremely dishonest, especially when there's more substantive things to focus on. There's a reason that Fox and right-wingers don't want to focus on policy, don't want to focus on achievements, don't want to focus on legislation. I mean, there's a reason they didn't let Jessica Tarlov get a word in and when she started piling on the facts about Trump and his mental decline. It's all about propaganda for the right wing and creating an image of Joe Biden that is easier to attack than his real self, and much rather prefer to do that than to actually accurately portray them. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video, because the only way we become a society is together.